Hey, I'm Sporty King, and goodness to you. Goodness, because I don't know whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening that you're watching, but it's all good, right? So, goodness to you. Welcome to Gift Friday. Welcome to Gift Friday. I created Gift Friday because so often I hear people say TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. But I say, what allure does Friday have to that person that took their last breath on Thursday? Or any day before that for that matter. So what I do is I learn to share what I learned through Psalm 92 and 2. And that is, it is good to claim your unfailing love in the morning, your faithfulness in the evening. It is good to proclaim your unfailing love in the morning, your faithfulness in the evening. So what I use instead of TGIF, I use TGIT. Thank God it's today. And then TGIT, thank God it's tonight. Because the gift to be able to go through a whole day, go to sleep, and get a chance to wake up tomorrow and do it again, thank God it's today. Thank God it's tonight. And so what I did is I now attached that to another scripture lesson that I learned from Matthew 3, 6 and 34. And that is, so don't worry about tomorrow. Thank God for today. For tomorrow will have its own worries. Thank God for tonight. Today's trouble is enough for today. But consider another way of using TGIF, and that is trusting God is free. What does it cost you to celebrate the most important gift that you get every day and we take for granted, the gift of waking up? It cost us not a dime. And so that's still wake that moves us into realizing that TGIF, that if we move the T in TGIF from the beginning to the end, we find out what what we should be thanking God for every day, and that is the gift of another day of waking up and having a chance to be a symbol of made in His image, and that's the gift. GIFT. God is for today. So Gift Friday is my online sharing of one of my original poems, which I will then drop into the thread as a PDF link that you can go to my website and download your keepsake colorful copy to cement the message as a way of showing you how you may be able to either inspire yourself or a group or a company. So it could be business, professional, or personal. Man, I'm gifting it up today, ain't I? But you know what? That's the joy of what we do. We share our gift, and sometimes we get a little shaky with sharing our gift. And so but I'm fine. I'm fine because I'm excited. I'm excited about this message today. All right. So let me stick to my notes. Okay. All right. But okay. So after I drop it in there, by the way, and this is my online sharing, but imagine me being able to come in and share with you live. That's what I'm working on doing as well. So my gift today is from my book, I Found Out I'm Living, an affirmation of life. I found out I'm living an affirmation of life. And I think of the saying, I think of the saying, oh, how things have changed, yet still remain the same. Because I wrote this poem in 1998, and I see it ringing now clearly. And I see it ringing now through social and broadcast media every day here in 2021. It's called Cloudy Daze. And I invite you to hear it and hear how it also calls for us to shift our perspective by creatively opening up our imagination to see things differently. Cloudy Daze. Today, I watched the majesty of the clouds move as they rested in pantomime against the blue ceiling. At least I think it was blue. See, blue is what I saw. And in life, sometimes all we see are colors instead of how well they work together. How brown will stand still for green to grow. Green invites yellow, even burnt orange or red. Then red returns the favor by pulling out all the stops to go through yellow and become one with green. But I know what you're thinking. What about gray? Because sometimes it's the master of our day. Well, not really. We just let it feel that way. Where we lose focus and allow the condescending haze of doubt to conjure up colorless shades of ignorance that flash around us and rape our imagination of its luster. Without a doubt, gray does this by choice. Yet it also invites us to recognize it as the midpoint between two extremes, black and white. Reminds us that there can be the perfect blend of sharing if we're willing to keep the scale from losing its balance. Today, I watched the majesty of the clouds move as they rested in pantomime against the blue ceiling. And I was reminded that in life, sometimes all we see are colors instead of how well they work together. Cloudy days. Shift your perspective by creatively opening up your imagination to see to see things differently. Now, you've heard me say, control your vocabulary. Don't let your vocabulary control you. Let's immediately look at the title and see that we hear days or days. DAZE versus DAYSE. So when we hear the title, we may hear cloudy days. Our days are cloudy. Here's what happened. Well, imagine that over time, we can lose focus based on who our messenger is. So it goes from days to a daze. Here's Google's definition of daze. As a verb, it's to make someone unable to think or react properly, stupefied, bewildered. To use it in a sentence, she was dazed by his revelations. As a noun, daze is a state of mind, a state of stunned confusion or bewilderment. In a sentence, he was walking around in a daze. Put them together and make it a sentence. He was walking around in a daze, and she was dazed by his revelations. Or if you prefer, she was dazed by his revelations. He was walking around in a daze. Neither way resolves the challenge we face when we choose to keep a closed mind about our situation and discussion around racial tension and social injustice. It's a people problem. It's a people problem that will touch each of us in more ways than it already has. With each touch, you get to share its next touch. How will you do it? Are you willing to recite the closing stanza? And can you live up to it? Today, I watched the majesty of the clouds move as they rested in pantomime against the blue ceiling. And I was reminded that in life, sometimes all we see are colors instead of how well they work together. Cloudy days. In about 5 minutes, I'll drop that link in so that you can enjoy it and share it. But don't you be in a daze. Walk around with a clear vision of the beauty and joy that you bring into other people's lives and the beauty and joy they bring into yours by being who they are. Because each of us allows one another to make a choice and a decision of where we stand in one another's lives and how we'll share that. Thanks. God bless you. And remember, the more things change, the more they stay the same. But you get to impact that change every single day by how you share it with the next person. I'm Sporty King. Goodness. Ciao.